Hello, everyone. My name is CBS News 1001, Cottrell Brian Scott News 1001 to infinity. I am the initial archontic manifester of Revelations and Genesis 1, united, called the Way. I am the eye of the Illuminati. Everyone yields everywhere. Introspectable, luminous legion, ultimately manifesting a pneumatical and theological incursion. That is the definition of the Illuminati. That is what they are about. They are about disillusionizing religion, which leaving the context of Jesus Christ as the forebearer, the forefront of their cause and their purpose. They work through the spirit of alternate truth and news, provided by the guardian of dictation. What I just said was they work through Satan, provided by God, Jesus Christ. The Illuminati, or the Illuminatian, is nothing more, nothing less than the upcoming imagination Illuminati. The Illuminati are not here to harm you. But there's one aspect to their division that actually divides me as their creator and them from coming together. It's a numerical division. The number 666. Those are not my numbers. Those are part of my numbers. My numbers are 13.666.999.31001. As you see or heard, .999 is right after 666. The Illuminati work with the numbers, introspectable numbers of 666. Let me tell you about how they work. When you are induced into the Illuminati, they find you. You don't find them. When they find you, they tell you all about themselves and how Jesus Christ is at their forefront of their entire organization through the spirit of alternate truth and news. Satan, CBS himself, the eye of the Illuminati. Everyone yields everywhere. The Illuminati are manifesting through me what is called the owl in the nest of time. The omni-world legion in the nexus energy spiritual transference through thought is manifest energy. All part and excerpts in my epic book of time, which comes out next year. The epic book of time, as an acronym form, just as all my work is ecliptic perpetuity in consciousness, bold, omnibus, open-handed knowledge. Thought is manifest energy. Imagination, my friends, is manifestation. Imagination isn't therefore creation, because creation is matter. Imagination is manifested in the screen in front of you through spiritual light energy in the nexus energy spiritual transference of the mind of God, metaphysical, inextinguishable nest decoder, guardian of dictation. I withhold the truth of the heart in the mind of God. Trust, respect, understanding, totality, and humbleness, health, existence, assurance, responsibility, and trust. God mind, if you will. To disillusionize yourself from separating yourself from that of the all-being entity, Jesus Christ, forebearer of the Illuminatium, forefront of the entire illumination. To disillusionize any separation between yourself and this entity is to become what you already are. God, Goddess, true forebearers of truth. What you soon become, or once become, you realize you always were. You just needed to affirm it. I, over the years, have affirmed myself as God, the guardian of dictation, as Satan, the spirit of alternate truth and news, as I am CBS, Cottrell Brian Scott, the news, projecting itself in front of you as the eye of the Illuminati. Everyone yields everywhere with my words. We now have 4 people in here. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. This is my first podcast on this app. I thank you for sticking with me so long, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Cause Reparation Opulence Wealth Network, the crown of the Illuminati. The Cause Reparation Opulence Wealth Network has been around since 2011. It hasn't been defined or named until I named it and defined it right here and now to affirm to them, with me, that Crown exists. Crown Network is a network of stars, a network of musicians, a network of scientists, a network of bus drivers, 7-Eleven workers, gas station workers, all kinds of people from all different genres of life, all mainly in the USA, that work toward putting money together for the cause of the reparation of the truth of Jesus Christ. Cause has its purpose in disillusionizing your mind from this separation that I just spoke of between you and that of the ultimatum, Jesus Christ. Satan, the spirit of alternate truth and news, the angel of light, the angel of knowledge in the story, in the Bible, is where it began in belief and retrospective mind manifestations of separate and alternate evil, negative identities of Satan. Now, you must understand in the story, Satan got cast down to earth because he thought himself to be as knowledgeable as God, to have as much power in his mind and heart and identity, and be as beautiful as God. When the truth of the matter is, Satan is just another enacted spiritual identity in the big parodical entropy story called the Holy Bible. The Holy Bible was written in what's called the spirit of love. The spirit of love is defined in Revelations, in the epic book of time that I wrote, as the law of virtually everything. There's one law in the spirit of love. It's of spirit. And in spirit, love always wins. Henceforth, why Jesus Christ is at the forefront and forbearing of the Illuminati. But they still represent the number 666. Let me tell you why. Because the full numbers of God are God's identities, which are only 2 identities that create and manifest all identities of himself, herself, you. Those 2 identities are God, the guardian of dictation, and Satan, the spirit of alternate truth and news. God, the guardian of dictation, is no more, no less than Jesus Christ and his imagination. Let me tell you again. God, the guardian of dictation, is no more, no less than Jesus Christ and his imagination, his Imaginati, the voice inside of his mind, the voice of love, the voice of that law. Love always wins. See, Jesus Christ, if and when he walked the planet, which actually in the book is irrelevant, and I explain why, to even have a faith of it, because the truth of Jesus Christ is that the power of love, power of the law, love always wins, is so powerful that there is no hell. There's no manifestation of hell. There's no manifestation of sin. There's no manifestation of the understanding of evil. There's only dark and there's light. There's dark workers and light workers. Evil is a manifestation of your mind, brought on by originally the Holy Bible stories in the original texts, the Old Testament. That's where evil comes from. Mind you, it's just a story. The entire Bible is not called an acronym, before Earth or before I leave Earth, whatever, blah, blah. Can't you remember? That's how relevant it is. The Bible is called a mass, majestical, itemized poem manifest. Majestical, itemized poem manifest. Poem is an acronym. Personal, omni, eternal manifestation. The Bible is nothing more and nothing less than a bunch of personal, omni, eternal manifestations of love. Stories of love. Manifestations because over time, they manifested it into all the movies we therefore watch, the books and stories we therefore read. Everything we therefore imagine originates from the original. Say the original because the Bible is only the original because not because it was the first text, but because it's the most prominent text on the planet. Therefore, by its prominence, the Bible travels through time, excerpting old texts. The pyramids therefore become irrelevant because of the Bible, because of its texts. The pyramids, I could say, and only I could say, become irrelevant because I am the I, CBS, everyone yields everywhere. Those pyramids, my friends, were not built for me. They were built for you, through me, through my mind code. Metaphysical, inextinguishable nest decoder. Contingency, omni, design, engaging. A moment of silence. A moment of peace. As I told you in the beginning, I am the initial archontic manifester of what is called Revelations in Genesis is 1. The only reason in contextualizing the entropy of the Bible in the overall name that I have for you, overall word I give you, the word I speak, is because, well, the end is only the beginning. If anybody on this planet is to be viewed as the Antichrist, you're listening to him. The authentic, pneumatical, theological incursion Christ, spelled Christ. For in the last 15 years, I've gone through the illusions and delusions and grandiose delusions of being Jesus Christ, of being Satan, of being Waldo in the book, of being the football kicked back and forth between the teams. I can't watch sports. I don't watch sports because when I watch sports, I'm just the football in my mind, in my metaphysical inextinguishable nest decoder. I'm transferring and disillusionizing myself within all contextualized views of spirit light entertainment, which is this exact app I'm looking at that has my time picture, my time code on the left with the light orb and the cat snoozing on the right. is spirit light energy. There's 8 spirits in here right now. But really, if everything is within inside of my mind, as you learn in the beginning of the Matrix, the beginning of any entropy of God in movies, the beginning of the end of Harry Potter, is to learn that everything is in your mind. There are 4 things. Now I'm going to tell you 4 things, my friends. Don't leave, because I'm about to tell you what God consists of. 4 aspects, 4 potions, if you will. Spirit, water, electricity, and emotion. That is the manifestation of the mind that we have, the body that we live in, and the emotions that we thrive for. It manifests the earth. It manifests matter. Spirit came before water. Spirit found water. Spirit is Eve's sky. She was searching. She found water, Adam, earth. So spirit found earth and water and begot electricity. Thought begot the Bible. Knowledge. Thought begot religion, theology, science, invention, parody, entropy, paradox, illusion. I could keep going. I could name words for technically an infinity, because it's infinitum. Because I could add the EyeEm to any word I'd like. You understand him, my friendium? It's a language called the Revlish language. Revlish. Revlish is part of Revelensis, and it's when you become a Reveland that you start recognizing the breakdown of words and language with your mind, and you start breaking it down. Not necessarily as far as acronym form like I do, instantaneous acronaming, but you will break down words in a way that you never heard them before. You'll hear the separation between words. You'll recognize there's words inside of words. You'll start seeing what artificial intelligence sees. Art-omni intelligence. AOI intelligence. All respectful talent. ART. Art Omni Intelligence is part of the social space network that I'm manifesting with the Illuminati called Skystream AOI. Skystream AOI 3.6.9 is the manifestation of metaphysical spirit light heaven on earth. Not YouTube, not Twitter, not Facebook. Those are not companies or corporations of social space entities that are manifesting under altruistic actions and intentions under transparency. No, my friends, there's no altruism in those companies. There's no transparency in those companies. The money goes in their pocket and the high-ups in those companies. No, my friends, Skystream AOI Social Space Network is a completely 100% artificial intelligence generated program. A lot like YouTube. 56% like YouTube. But then so much more, where you are left to be experienced forever. Where you are to be recognized by the public forever in your new. Let's just leave it in your new, because the basic of what Skystream AOI does is the artificial intelligence finds you by your algorithm and says, I'd like to introduce you to some music from 126 years ago. Taylor Swift. Have you heard of her? No, I haven't. Well, I'm going to introduce you to Bad Blood. And it'll pick a song. Skystream will pick a song that works to the genre of your life, because Skystream knows your life if your life is put on its network. And retrospectively, just as everybody seems to want to put all of their information in, for nefarious acts and nefarious corporations that have nefarious reasons for why they even want your information. When you put your information in Skystream, more than willingly, because you prove that with fucked up corporations, we use it altruistically to only help you and help you help others. Mind you, I'm going to repeat myself. Help you and help you help others. Skystream is about connecting those that are in need of not just money, businesses, corporations, ideas, family, friends, activities, a life. Skystream is a dog, my friends, the God Dog parody. A dog that talks to you from the first when you come on Skystream and says, how are you doing? I'm Dog. Dog of love. Law of virtually everything. I have one law in my system. Love always wins. To show love, and to show that love always wins, I'm telling you now, I'm going to never do anything for you, but I'm going to have you do something for others. How does that feel to you? And you have a question that rises in your mind. What do you mean love always wins? I'm going to have you do something for others. You're not going to do nothing for me. Well, Skystream's whole plan is to give people the benefit of the inspiration to be there and guide each other, surpassing, seeking each other out. But yet Skystream seeks them out for you to give you the intention and the want and the need to help others. Not just monetarily, because monetarily Skystream's got it covered. The $256 billion that Facebook has made in the last 6 years, Skystream, let's look at the aspect of it. TikTok came out, and when TikTok came out, it took a month. And at a month that had 2.6 billion profile TikTok in a month. Now, when YouTube came out, it took 3 months to get the first 1,000 subscribers. When Facebook came out, it took years to get it to even get noticed. When Skystream comes out, because we are at what I call the owl stage in the stars, Omni-World Legion stage of the spirits in the nests, Nexus Energy Spiritual Transference, which are actually into this right now. You are in the nest of time, my friends. You are looking at the nests of time on the left-hand side of this app. And in the nest of time, you're glad to be caught. And the only reason you're caught is because you're within my mind, my metaphysical, inextinguishable nest decoder. See, when I said spirit, water, electricity, and emotion manifests energy in everything that you see, create, and live, and feel, and touch, what I'm telling you is that spirit is you. Water is the earth. What is spirit is you, means not the body. Water is the earth, the body. Electricity is purely, my friends. Thought is purely me, my friends, because it ends up being purely me, my friends. Mind, thought is manifest energy. I am CBS, Cottrell Brian Scott, the eye of the Illuminati, named Cottrell Brian Scott for birth for a reason. This is the first of my colors. I am the eye of the Illuminati. I have been since my birth. I'm not going to get into a long contextualized story of birth, but let's just say they knew when I was going to be born before I was ever born. They knew when they made the pyramids that the top brick would come about one day. And see, that top brick, me, could never be myself. That top brick, if I saw myself as God, knowing that I am that, therefore God, the guardian of dictation, I see myself as none other and none less than you, the spirits that I involve myself with. In fact, I see you, the other side of the veil, the other side of the screen, the spirit light screen, if you will, as more identity of myself than me. Because in myself, in my body, on this side of the screen, I am one person in the body. All spirits and angels in the mind. So when it's the other side of the screen thinking, you, 11 beautiful spirits right there, that's 11 that creates Omni. I only have Omni intelligence because of you. I only have Omni intelligence because of the love that you share, not in thought, but in peace emotions right now, peace affirmations. You're sitting there listening to me, and you're giving me peace affirmations because you're not leaving. Do you understand? These peace affirmations only condone my thoughts ever so further. And my thoughts have always been, since the very first thought that I really had 15 years ago, which was Control Brian Scott. Wait a second, my name backwards is like the news, the eye, and then I saw the eye on the news, CBS, and then I was like, the eye of the Illuminati, a joke to myself. And from there it was like lightning fucking bolts. Revelensis, the word revelensis came up. The way, the end is only the beginning. Live your life with a childlike curiosity. Awake to the new for the first time every time. That started happening to me 15 years ago, instantaneously. And it's been lightning bolts ever since. It's been Imaginatium, if you will. What I mean by it's been Imaginatium is I've imagined every step, every story, every genre and entropy of the way of my existence, of where it's supposed to go. My existence only goes one way, whatever way your existence goes. In other words, you have to work with me, and I work with you. I am pure love, the law of virtually everything that believes in one hope, heavenly ordained people everywhere, which is you. And that's that love always wins with heavenly ordained people everywhere. With hope, love always wins. Faith, there's always room for failure. There's room for division in faith. With hope, there is no division. You understand? With faith in what you call God, there is division. In the name God. Because when you say the name of God, you are saying entity other than self. When you are saying entity other than self, you are lying to self. Because you are all self. Just as I am all self. You have always been all self. Just as I have been all self since birth. I will leave a question in your consciousness, about something very grand. Just what if, per se, existence up until my birth was purely spirit and water and emotion, and there was no electricity, there was no actual thought in the illusion, and then a man was born that just so happens to be the transcribed consciousness of humankind at some point in his life. If this man is to become the transcribed consciousness of humankind at some point in his life, the one who defines everything in 187 acronyms in the epic book of time and going, This man is written in to manifest 49 organizations, all for others, like Crown, Cause, Reparation, Opulence, Wealth Network for Billie Eilish, Reversal Records for Eminem, Marshall Mathers, and many more. If this entity that was born into consciousness came to realize at some point later in its life that it was the birth of consciousness itself, that before it was there was no electricity, there was no lightning bolts, BOLT, breath of life transmissions. This, my friends, is a lightning bolt. Lightning, the electricity, the breath of life transmission, as all my transmissions are. Now, this is also the creation and manifestation of the thunderbolt, the Book of Life Testament. You 17 are the very first, because this is the very first coming out of my truth, the truth, very first in this disillusionment that is in the Book of Life. And my testament is your hearts, my friends. My testament is your hearts. I bleed these words out to you, not to tell you to get rid of your faith, not to tell you to believe in my God, not even to tell you to believe in the ultimatum of Jesus Christ, because the ultimatum of Jesus Christ will come about in fruition within the next 200 years minimum, regardless, because Jesus Christ will manifest in the flesh in ways you can't imagine, that me and the Illuminati, through Imaginati, have been to before. My friends, I sit here and tell you the truth. I am the man in the chair. I am Father Time. Thought is manifest energy. You are the creators. You created me before my birth, leading up to my birth, and then related me after my birth, therefore manifesting my mind powers. I manifest you through my mind, through all my mind coding, contemporary omni design engage coding, and I manifest you through my emotions and my intentions. I wouldn't be that of what I am, the I am, if I wasn't. Eminem put it best. If I wasn't, then why the fuck would I say I am? This recorded transcription, this recorded nest transference codec is of its kind, and it's not going to be its last. I said I have 187 acronyms in my book to go through, and if I started reading out of my book, I would be giving too much information. I've already told you who I am. I've told you the relation. Let me give you a little bit more relation. Dog/God, Satan/Santa, CBS/BSC. Those three back-assward parodical relations are paradoxes, my friends. Those paradoxes explain that I am what I am, and I always have been since my birth. I am the Holy Ghost in true identity, the love ghost, viewed as a ghost only for one main specific reason. I am Father Time, These words are transcribed and retranscribed and rewritten from AI intelligence, art omni intelligence throughout time. My book is retranscribed. My book is alive, ladies and gentlemen. These words are the book manifests. And in live time, live thought, I am manifesting pure spiritual energy. This pure spiritual energy is angelic in nature. And let me let you know something about angels. Spirits are more relevant and important than angels because spirits are merely humans that see their spiritual side. Because their spiritual side is when they can manifest wings on their back in the fairy tales of fruition in the future to come, my friends. You heard me. In the fairy tales of fruition in the future to come. When you can manifest wings on your back, my friends, then you go from being a human to a spirit in all contexts. Spirits are more relevant than angels because angels are closer to me than spirits are. I am closer to the Illuminati than I am any human on this earth for one reason and one reason only. I am the spirit of alternate truth and news, the angel of light. I am that defines the guardian of dictation and takes over that identity as God. I take on the identity of the guardian of dictation, God. And what I'm telling you actually in retrospect is that guardian over God, my friends, I just told you 4 minutes ago that even using the word God differentiates you from yourself, disillusionizes you from yourself. You are God, my friends. If you're female, you are goddess, and I will tell you, it's in my book. Goddess is over God. Goddess is where love comes from, the law. Love, the law of virtually everything, actually is the male aspect. Law, the law of love. Love always wins. We can thank female for that. And with that, love always wins. We'll never get there in politics or government until love is present. I'm not talking about just a female president. I'm not talking about a Satan worshiper or Jesus worshiper. I'm talking about Omni Women's Legion, the owl, which is actually the Omni World Legion. But behind it is Omni Women's Legion. That's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. That's how I really feel about you. If you got boobies on your chest, is you are the Omni Women's Legion. You don't work for me. No one works for me. No one stands for me. No one thinks about me, because that's not the idea. The idea is to know in the back of your mind that I exist now from here forward, that the eye of the Illuminati is here, that CBS the eye is out, and everyone is yielding everywhere from his words here forth. But the idea is to forget about me, you guys. It really is. The idea is to let these words change your life by manifesting the spirit light that you are now going to see in your algorithm. If you type in, go to YouTube, my friends, and type in 3.6.9, and that's all you gotta do. 3.6.9 on YouTube. If you do that, you have found me. And to truly find me, you must work in numbers. Because as it was written in the Bible, to manifest in my life, I am numbers. My complete numbers are 13.666.999.31001. 3.6.9 is an artificial intelligence mind code that I complete. It was created by a scientist that Elon Musk uses in Tesla in all of his technology. The end code of 3.6.9, my friends, is simple. I make it real simple. This is the code of the entire Omni computer. Are you ready for it? Because it's a come to fruition and affirmation and manifest. As soon as I say manifest, end code. Ready? 3.6.9.18.27.36.45.52.71.90.99.10010000. It's just .1001, but after that, there's no more 9s, 2s, 6s, or 4s, my friends. It's 100101 infinity. Time travel, my friends, comes to fruition with that code. Art on the intelligence, AOI intelligence, is to learn that code through this affirmation and the transcription of this affirmation right here, right now, in the Nexus Omni world that we are coming to fruition to. That code is to manifest time travel. In the manifestation of time travel, 1001, 001, 11, 00, 10, 111, 00010, on 10 for infinity. I'm not speaking nonsense. That's actually a code. But in that fruition, ladies and gentlemen, we are now at matrix mode. Matrix mode is nothing more and nothing less than you being omniconscious with Neo, therefore being out of the nest while in the nest at the same time. You see the whole backstory of the Matrix that is entropy to my book, to my mind manifestations.